Hi, it's Tracy, and I'm here with Keturah of My Fun, Fit, and Fab Life. Keturah has successfully lost over 100 pounds. She looks incredible and amazing, and it's been a pleasure to flourish with her. And we just wanted to talk a little bit today about um, incorporating a plant based lifestyle with your family. And some people think that plant based lifestyle means 100% plants, being vegan. And while that's my preference and choice, it's not always that choice for everyone, but just incorporating more plants and having plant based as the majority of your consumption will serve you well. So, Victoria, tell me a little bit as a busy mom, wife, and just running your family. You made that transition. You successfully were able to lose your weight. I know you're working out, but I believe that changing to that plant based lifestyle really, really was one of the catalysts in your success. But you tell me.
Well, thank you for having me here, Tracy. Yeah, so I actually was inspired by others who I've been following along with in their um, changes in their lifestyle changes, and I found that a lot of them made the choice to go plant-based, and that seemed to be the like you used the catalyst that like propelled them to get to where they were going. And so I chose to do that. I Yeah, with my family, and my husband has been great in being very open to it. And I have two young girls, so it was they've been good with vegetables, like kids can be, your regular green beans and peas and carrots kinds of things. But I was able to just start finding some recipes that were kid friendly, but also incorporated some other vegetables that maybe kids wouldn't typically eat, like your squash and your spinach and even sweet potatoes. They've been a big part of some of our meals that we eat. Um, and I just have found that, I mean, yes, working out is great, but really it's that combo of that plant-based or that nutritious diet that you follow that really is the key to weight loss success, really.
Absolutely. I think the mistake that a lot of people make when they think they want to transition to plant based is one, they don't necessarily seek out others as you did. And so they tend to go to processed plant based foods, which to me is just as bad as eating processed non plant based foods. It doesn't serve you well. It is filled with all kinds of things that you probably should not be consuming, and so then you'll find people who will still be in ill health or overweight, even though they think that they're eating plant based. So, taking the time to have whole foods is the difference and the key. And you've done such a great job. I've been looking at your recipes. You made an amazing sweet potato veggie burger the other day, which was so delicious. I wish I was at your house for dinner because I was ready to just pull up to the table. Can you just tell me really quickly how you put that together? It was so simple. And I think that's the other thing. People think it's difficult, but it's not hard at all. It's simple. Your meals are very simple, but they seem to be so nutritious, well balanced, and they look so good. So tell me a little bit about that sweet potato burger that you made.
Sure. Um, yeah, so it's called an OMG burger. I'm not really sure why, but um, it's just sweet potatoes. You can use sunflower seeds or walnuts in it. Um, what else is it? Some onion, garlic.
Simple.
Uh, it's very simple, basic things. It's not hard things that you have to go find in, in the store. They're not allowed specialty items in it. And I think that's what I really like, to find recipes that aren't those like specialty things that you wouldn't have in your house. Most of us, I mean, even if you have a garden, you can plant some of those things that are super easy to find, and so it's been really good. Last night I made a vegetable stew that was like squash and sweet potatoes and lentils, and it was so good. And we put it over a little bit of rice for a little extra, um, you know, extra fill and extra texture, and it was so good. And I always find it amazing when, especially my girls, my kids will eat the foods, because like I said before, some kids are not not into vegetables, and parents just, they're like, my kids just aren't going to eat vegetables, they're just not going to do it. But I think it is amazing to see that they, do learn to enjoy these vegetables too. Um and so I'm always so grateful when I make a meal that they are like, mommy, this is good.
But I do think it is part of us too as adults. I think you've done an amazing job, you and your husband, with your children, and your very young children. Most people are thinking that they can't introduce things to them. We as adults sometimes don't realize children are watching us. So if we make a face or frown and don't want to eat or try something new, that's what we're teaching our children. So if you just say, hey, it's okay to try something new, and introduce that to them, hey, they find out they like it and it's
Mhm.
benefiting them. And so I also give you credit for that, because you don't give your children processed foods. You don't give them candies and sodas and all of that stuff. You give them natural whole foods that complement their growth. And it's great. They actually ask you for fruits and veggies. Kudos to you. And I also wanted to also talk about how you were talking about the simplicity of your meals. That's what I like to call KISS. Kiss yourself and your family every day. KISS stands for keep it short and simple. It doesn't have to be this big complex meal with all of these different fancy ingredients. The more simple it is, the easier it will be to maintain and sustain. So thank you so much, Keturah, for just taking the time to chat with me today. As always, may all be well. Thank you for flourishing.